Okay, so before we start, I don't want GTA 6 to fail, I don't think GTA 6 will fail, and I pray and think the game will not disappoint. This video is simply a fun what-if sort of video looking into what I think the effects would be in this hypothetical universe that GTA 6 disappointed on release. So, let's get into it. So as we all know, Rockstar's preparing up for the next big creation, Grand Theft Auto 6, a game which is the most anticipated and expensive title ever to be released. But let's say it all went terrible, the game sucked and people hated it to their core. What would actually happen? I think we'd see Rockstar scramble to add, fix and do everything they can to make the game likable. Remember, we're talking about the biggest game they may ever release, or at least release in a very long time. Of course, we'd see the typical company apology statement that we always get, but regardless of the quality of the game, I suspect it would still perform exceptionally well, at least financially. I think Rockstar is set with the amount of hype around the game, so regardless of whether it's good or bad, I think the game would just do financially great. But of course, most of the interesting stuff would probably come from how the community reacts. An initial disappointment would come, of course, as to be expected, and I think we'd see an influx of general negativity towards Rockstar. After the trilogy, then the expanded and enhanced, and now the bad new title, I think community frustrations would finally hit a peak, and I think the general feeling around gaming might even decline a little bit. Again, this is just a thought, but I know a lot of people have this mindset that Grand Theft Auto 6 will save gaming. I don't think they mean this literally, but for some players out there, there's no bigger title, so a disappointment at a scale would severely shock and maybe even damage gaming and the gaming industry as a whole. I think it's possible a lot of players would return to previous titles, whether it be Red Dead 2, Grand Theft Auto 5 or any others. I feel like you know a bad game in a series when you immediately go back and play an older one and go, man, that was way better. To my fellow Saints Row fans out there, I'm sure we've all at some point played the reboot and then go back to Saints Row 2 and enjoyed it. I feel a similar thing maybe would take place. I think Grand Theft Auto 5 in particular would receive the biggest boost in numbers. The online is pumped full of content and I imagine a lot of players have a lot of fond memories, so I guess a lot of players would probably flock back to this game. So alongside a decline in Rockstar's reputation in the gaming industry, I think perhaps we could see a rising competition. The reason I say this is because Rockstar have always been untouchable. So it's sort of a, if it bleeds we can kill it sort of deal. Competitors will sprint to the surface to claim that crown. I don't think any could, but there'd be new games that at least try. Maybe we get a new Watch Dogs, perhaps Mafia would be popular, or oh my god, they're gonna bring back a new Saints Row. Please Rockstar, don't mess this up. I've seen enough Kevin for a lifetime. All jokes aside, I think some games would pop up and take a shot at the market, and while I don't think any would overtake Grand Theft Auto, I can imagine some would certainly have their own growth period. I also wonder, and this is me genuinely just being a skeptic, I wonder if Take-Two would do anything towards Rockstar. Do you think we'd see layoffs, maybe stopping productions on anything aside from the next Grand Theft Auto? Maybe even more? This isn't me saying they would, I just genuinely have no clue, so if anyone has any ideas, definitely drop them down below. So anyway, as stated, I think we'd see major backlash, not only a community, but even industry-wide backlash. A flood of new GTA players perhaps will be playing older Rockstar titles, and I think we'd see a bunch of possible competitors try to take a shot at the crown themselves. And then, just maybe, we'd see some real repercussions for Rockstar themselves. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could possibly imagine taking place. Apart from a general massive gaming Great Depression, I don't really know what else would happen. I mean, the energy of gaming as a whole would just be down, it'd be a really depressing year for the industry. But since nothing else can come to mind when writing this short script, I think I'll just leave it here. I genuinely can't think of anything else would happen, but I just know the shocks would be far-reaching and wide. Let me know if you can think of anything else though, I'm genuinely curious. What do you think would happen if GTA 6 came out and just disappointed everyone worldwide? Aside from all that, thank you all so much for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is on the shorter side, but it was just kind of a fun video to put out there trying something different. Anyways though, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one guys. Take care. Also, I am just going to add this on the end because it's a little bit sellouty, but I just want to throw it out there. I'm new to GTA content, I'm trying my hardest to make as much as I can for you guys to enjoy, so if you're a GTA fan and you've never heard of me before, please subscribe. Maybe you'll like my stuff, maybe you won't, I don't know, but it'd be cool if you tried it out, so yeah, click it, I guess.